There we go, people. We've got the moon going down up there, and we've got the sun coming up over there. Looks like it could be another nice day, but for now I'm gonna take my coffee. I'm gonna go through my notes, but obviously a lot of it's going to be about events of last week and what I'm seeing from it. So, and maybe a little bit of news as well. See you soon. Morning, people. Welcome back for a Tuesday, which looks like it's going to be another new nice day. I'm not going to apologise for my absence yesterday. As people tell me, I've got nothing to apologise for. But in a way of an explanation, I did have a bit of a funny turn Sunday, which I left the live on PAP and went and laid down for an hour or two. Usual thing, fatigue just set in and the head went a bit fuzzy. It's still not clear now, but hence I've got loads and loads of notes here that I haven't gone through. I just took a day for myself, as I do. We're all entitled to that, obviously. But I do keep an eye on things, and the actual coverage of what's been going on with the Queen and the funeral. I understand a lot of people want to be there, want to see things. Fine, I don't. If that's what they want to do, they're free to do so. It's their right. But the BBC putting out absolute crap 24/7. You know, you'd think there isn't any more news in the world other than what's going on here at the moment. But what was very interesting was the fact, well, I'd say the colour. I'm not a racist, far from it, but predominantly white people outside the palace wailing and crying and what have you. This clearly showed. There was one interruption where BLM protest outside the palace. Even though I'm not a royalist, I believe this was wrong and it's not the place to do it. But the police seem fit to let them get on with it. Although the police did stop somebody with a "Not My King" sign, they were ushered away. Anything anti-monarchy in Scotland and what have you, people were getting arrested for. Yet these people can just march straight across in front of Buckingham Palace spouting their shit. Bit of biased policing going on there. Yeah, by any stretch of the imagination, you cannot say anything else other than that. So now the way I see it, we've got the passing of a queen, the inauguration, I think you call it, of a new king. But is he going to do anything kingly? He's supposed to be the head of this country now. Is he going to say anything about the invasion of his country that's going on across the channel? Haven't heard anything yet. Is he going to say anything about the corruption in what they call our parliament? The Queen always used to say, I instruct my government, so they own the government. Is he going to say anything about the corruption in there? Or do anything about it? No, doubt it. The Royal Police Force, they've got a crown on their badge. Especially the Met. Are you going to do anything about the corruption in there? No, doubt it. So, have we got another monarchy that is really just going to sit back and watch the slow destruction of its kingdom and its people? Well, to actually be a king, in my view, you should act like one. It's your country, after all, isn't it? Now, I said just now about the lack of diversity outside Buckhouse. The BBC did manage to interview one or two, but it was away from the crowd, so did they go looking for these people? Are they paying for these people? Who knows? We knows they're biased. We know the way they operate. But they sure as hell didn't pick them from the crowd. They interviewed a couple of the Royal Guards. Just happened to have 50-50 on the screen, didn't they? You know, like that loaf of bread, best of both. But in a capital city that is professed to be over a third BAME, where were they all? Just makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, I'm not a royalist, but I wouldn't show the disrespect by protesting at this time, unlike certain fractions. And then we've got Cranky up there, Cranky of the Scots. How long has she been bleating on about independence? She wants nothing to do with the British government. She'd rather be in Europe. But then, in her statement at the passing of the Queen, she bleated out, "We are proud to be part of the UK." If you're that proud, why have you spent so much money trying to get away from it? You know, these are the things I find amusing. Sorry, but there are things I find amusing in sadness. And now we've got thousands and thousands of police being shipped into London under the guise of crowd control. Obviously, there's going to be a big influx of people into London, especially at the moment. But this leaves the rest of the country wide open to crime, doesn't it? With the amount you're going to need there. You know, just a thought. Now, we've seen your idea of crowd control during the protests. Are you going armed with batons and pava spray? Nah, very much doubt it. Unbelievable. And we're paying for all this, people, all this pomp and ceremony. We pay for this. Now, if they want to put things on like this, as far as I'm concerned, it's my opinion that they should pay for it. We have to pay for our own funerals. Why should we have to pay for theirs? Maybe someone ought to start a GoFundMe page. As I say, I've got dark humour, and this is what I see in this. But I will give one bit of news out that I've come across. As I say, I've got notes everywhere that I've got to go through. I just didn't do anything at all yesterday, really. We've got the new Home Secretary now at odds with what her new boss is saying. She's saying, we want zero boats coming across the channel. Well, you know you ain't going to get any help from the French. They've proved that in the past. They're all for it. The more they can get rid of, the better. So you want zero boats coming across the channel, but your new boss has removed a lot of the powers you'd have had to do this by shelving the rights bill. So is this going to be the next big argument in Parliament from the shit shower? They're still going to continue their internal wars rather than trying to sort out the war that's going out here? Yeah. Corrupt as ever. So, Charlie boy, you want some respect, now you're king. let's see you start earning some by sorting out your own country before you try and sort out anybody else's. I'll leave that there for today, guys. As I say, I didn't do any work at all yesterday, really. I just rested up. I just needed it after the episode Sunday. I did come back onto the live in the panel. I will apologise if I didn't make a lot of sense with some of the things I was saying, but Dan will tell you himself what this brain fog is like when it happens. It just hits you and there's nothing you can do about it. But as always, I'll leave you with thank you very much for your support. My respects to each and every one of you. The viewings have gone way up. Well, not compared to other channels, but way up compared to my channels. Which is nice to see. The subs are still slowly growing, so hi to the new guys out there. Hope you stick around. And as I go, my parting shot is always stay safe, stay strong, and stay free from this new round of corruption that's going to come from this shit shower in the House of Power. Respects, guys. Stay safe out there.